So how do you define sustainability for your organization? As you see in this slide, it really depends on what the mindset of the individual or the company is. To some small businesses, if you ask them what is sustainability, it means what do I do to stay in business? How do I keep my lights on? For a family owned business, it might mean how can we be responsible to the next generation? For some people that are maybe an MBA, you might be saying, well, it's saving money in the environment at the same time. Or to someone who's been really in the, maybe say the agricultural sector or the food sector, it might mean, hey, our products are local and organic. That's what we mean when we talk about sustainability. So you need to define sustainability for your organization so that everyone within your organization understands how it applies. But then you need to take that next step. And this is where most organizations fail. You need to define sustainability for each department so that people understand what it means to them and what it means to their day-to-day job. So for someone in human resources, it means not only how are we going to be more productive with our employees, but how do we attract the best talent? And how do we hold on and retain the current employees that we have? Investor relations, we just talked all about that. They need to respond to different investor questionnaires. You might have fleet and logistics who are saying, how do we save on fuel? How do we, be more efficient in our delivery? So each department needs to understand how sustainability that's defined as the organization, how it comes down to the department. And as a student that's taking and learning from this module, you're going to realize that when you're talking about sustainability and sustainable business, you're going to have to become a translator. This seems like something like, gosh, don't people just get it? The reality is most people don't. It might be so obvious to you, but you've got to take that extra step. Start from that mindset of what's in it for them? What does this person care about? Then take sustainability and translate it into words that they understand and care about. You're going to run into people who have doubts. You're going to run into naysayers. You're going to run into people who just don't want to do something because they're going to say, you know what, we've always done it this way, or it's a tradition, or this is, I know my boss likes the way this is done, or how come I've never heard of this? Is this some fad that you just want us to get onto? You're going to run into people that are going to be putting up roadblocks all across the way. And you've got to find a way that you're going to be able to convince them that the traditional way of doing business maybe might not be the best way, especially with everything that we're going to be talking about in terms of what's happening all around the marketplace. Everything that we just said, what's happening in the marketplace around sustainability is going to come to affect your business one way or another. And so the traditional way organizations avoiding environmental and social issues, that's coming to an end. And you've got to help your business understand where the business case is. The language you use is incredibly important. For most businesses, they've got a certain level of priorities that you see here in this slide. And if you can take sustainability and talk about the benefits, the risks, the opportunities, maybe ways to enhance brand value, bring in profit, bring in all those different benefits we talked about, and put it into business language that meets the business priorities, you're going to be much more successful. You got to understand that when you're talking about sustainability, sometimes topics like climate change and income inequality, they're just massive topics. People don't really understand what they can do on a day-to-day level. And so if you can get them to understand how a sustainability initiative or an action that you're taking, how it relates to their business, how it relates to their job and their business priority, you're going to be much more successful.